Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And as you all should know, at its core, Ninjago is just a glorified toy ad, and it's the show's job to sell LEGO sets. Now, for the most part, Ninjago does a good job at integrating product placement in with the story, but there were a few times where it's obvious that the only reason a scene exists is to show off a LEGO set, and that's what today's video is going to be about. The first time a vehicle existed just to sell the LEGO set that I can think of is the golden mech at the end of Season 2. Unlike pretty much every other vehicle I'm going to talk about today, the golden mech doesn't feel out of place and like the writers went out of their way to include it. The reason it's on this list is because it does absolutely nothing. Lloyd gets the mech, flies back to Ninjago in it, and it immediately gets destroyed. The golden mech could have been removed from the episode, and nothing would have changed. The next example I have is Lloyds Junger from Ninjago. This vehicle comes out of nowhere and feels really forced. Lloyd is able to transform in an Anaconda car, which, as far as I can remember, is something we never see him do before or after. This is the first scene in the show where it's obvious that it was just included to sell the sets. Before I move on, I do want to mention that yes, the Ninja getting new suits and vehicles every season is obvious product placement, but if the Ninja didn't get new gear every year, then the sets wouldn't sell as well, and the theme probably would have been cancelled a while ago. Now, for the past 4 years, the show sometimes includes more than one of the same vehicle. Mainly in 2021 with the Island Seabound, we see 2 catamarans, 3 jungle bikes, and 2 hydromechs, all of which are themed around Kai and Lloyd respectively. Why do Kai and Lloyd have multiple of the same vehicle? The only explanation I can think of is that they were trying to get kids to buy multiple copies of the same set. LEGO has brought this concept back this year in 2024 with Lloyd and Aaron's Team Ninja Mechs. Except here it's a little better since in the show the administration mass produces this mech to help them with their various jobs. It makes sense why there's multiple of this set. The only thing is that it's coincidentally themed around Lloyd and Aaron. Speaking of the administration, this episode has one of the most obvious product placement scenes in the show. At the end of the episode, Lloyd finds his and Aaron's team mechs, and Zane finds his Spinjitsu race car, which they use to escape. This scene is so obviously just here to advertise the sets with them showing off all of the features, and Aaron even talking about how excited he is about the mech. The scene is still really enjoyable though. The final scene I want to talk about is the race the Ninja have to do right smack in the middle of the Source Tournament arc. Not only is this plot just to advertise the Ninja Team combo vehicle and to get Aaron alone with Roz, it's so forced and just dumb. This is by far the worst case of Ninjago forcing in product placement. I still love DR Season 2, but this, come on Doc, seriously? Before I end the video, I want to talk about the Elemental Mech shorts. These shorts were made for the sole purpose of advertising the Elemental Mechs, and they did do a really good job of that, but they also made 3 just really fun shorts. These could have been quick, cheap advertisements for the sets, but LEGO actually put some effort into these. The animation, while on par with the show, isn't too far off. And it's really nice to see the Ninja just hanging around in the crossroads, which is an amazing setting, and by far the best thing these shorts did was fix the mechanic's character. The mechanic is probably the show's most underappreciated character. He's one of the best villains, but then Chrysalis came along and ruined his character. In Season 15, he targets and makes fun of Nia, saying stuff like she's not a real ninja, and she's just some girl in a costume, all because she doesn't have her elemental power. This goes against the mechanic's entire character, just being a normal guy who is able to make a name for himself because of how passionate he is about what he does. While the mechanic doesn't do a lot in elemental mech shorts, it's really nice to see him act like himself again. I was really surprised by just how good these shorts were, and they set an example on how product placement should be done. Overall, product placement in Ninjago is really good. These are just a few examples of the times where it wasn't nearly as good. With that, if you enjoyed, I'd really appreciate it if you took 2 seconds to like and subscribe. Bye!